Number 7. Styracosaurus. The first herbivore on this list, Styracosaurus was a member of the ceratopsian family, specifically the centrosaurs. Styracosaurus was slightly smaller in size than its later descendants Triceratops. Its name means spiked lizard, which is pretty understandable when you look at Styracosaurus. Styracosaurus most likely traveled in large herds, like, well, animals today. Styracosaurus was mostly hunted by dinosaurs like Daspletosaurus, Albertosaurus, Bistahi eversur. I don't know if that's right because another animal lived at the same time as Bistahi eversur, which was Pentaceratops, which lived 75 million years ago, and Gorgosaurus. And that's all I know. Moving on. Number 6. Torvosaurus. Torvosaurus is a large megalosaurid theropod that lived in both North America and Portugal around 150 million years ago. It was the top predator of its environment and shared its environment with Allosaurus, Camptosaurus, Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, and Stegosaurus. Did I already mention Stegosaurus? No, I didn't. Okay, great. If I did, please tell me. Right, so there are two species, Torvosaurus telleri and Torvosaurus gurnii. It went extinct after the Jurassic period, I think. Moving on. Number 5. Edmontosaurus. Edmontosaurus was the largest hadrosaur that ever lived, and it was also the last. Edmontosaurus lived around 66 million years ago in the Hell Creek Formation, alongside Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Quetzalcoatlus, and Alamosaurus. Edmontosaurus has recently been determined to have a head crest similar to one of its cousins, Corythosaurus. But I really don't know very much about that head crest. So, on to number 4. Number 4, Triceratops. Triceratops was the last of the ceratopsians to rule the Earth. It lived 66 million years ago in the Hell Creek Formation, like Edmontosaurus. It had horns on its head, 2 above its eyes, 1 on the end of its nose. But then, most people probably already know this about Triceratops. Triceratops weighed around 9 tons in weight, maybe it was even heavier. But that didn't save it from the extinction that wiped out the entire dinosaur race. Every species was destroyed. And that brings us to the top 3. Number 3, Carcharodontosaurus. Carcharodontosaurus is another member of the Carnosaur family, like the Acrocanthosaurus. Yeah, that's right. It lived around 95 million years ago in North Africa with Spinosaurus and Rugops. It was around 13 meters in length and around 6 tons in weight. There are two species of Carcharodontosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus saharicus and Carcharodontosaurus iguadensis. They both died out around the mid-Cretaceous, maybe mid to late Cretaceous, I don't remember. Moving on. Number 2, Gorgosaurus. Gorgosaurus is the symbol of my channel, but more importantly, it was the ancestor of Tyrannosaurus rex. Gorgosaurus lived around 77 to 75 million years ago. It was around 30 feet long, 2.8 tons in weight, and hunted Edmontosaurus, or rather Edmontosaurids, I should say, in its environment, as well as ceratopsians. And here's my old avatar. Pretty ugly, I know. Anyway, on to the honorable mentions. Lambeosaurus, Tarbosaurus, Sauroposeidon, Irritator, and Ostafricosaurus. Number 1, Tyrannosaurus. Okay, this was. I know this is a cliche, but still. Tyrannosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. You hear that, Matthew? We have something in common. Matthew the Dinosaur King, if you're watching, we have something in common. Both of our favorite dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus. Anyway, moving on. Tyrannosaurus was the last giant carnivore in the late Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago, when the dinosaurs were wiped out. There are quite a lot of Tyrannosaurus specimens found. The largest happens to be a Tyrannosaurus specimen given the nickname Scotty, beating the previous largest Tyrannosaurus specimen, Sue. And that was my list. Be sure to subscribe for more. Goodbye.